It's game two of the Golden State Athletic Conference Baseball Championship Series between the Vanguard Lions and the OUAZ Spirit. First pitch here for game two is at 2:59. Game time temperature of 69 degrees. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dennis Ackerman. Pleased to be joined by Jeff Stoyanov and Mike Zepeda. Somewhat surprisingly, OUAZ just one win away from earning an automatic bid in the NAIA Baseball National Championship playoffs after taking game one in stunning fashion, 6-5. That one is into right field for a base hit. Trying for two, Aversa, and he'll slide in safely. So a leadoff double for the shortstop.
Yeah, Versa held relatively in check in game one with just the one hit, but he gets off to a fast start here, gets one up in the zone that he can handle.
Jeff, are you with us? Dennis, are you with us? And it looks like we're having some more difficulties here with internet. 1-1. Check that 2-1. Now on Riker. Aversa at second. Nobody out. Game two. Riker gives this one a ride. Will it stay fair? It's out of here.
Home run number 3, Landon Riker.
Landon Riker goes yard to open things up here in the top of the first. And we'll see it here. Aversa on second. Hey, I got you. Absolutely turns on one and mashes it to left. Landon Riker, a two-run bomb here in the top of the first against the ace of the staff for OUAZ, Anthony Quattrochi. Here comes all GSAC conference selection, Aki Buxton. Leading the team with 13 home runs on the season. He can go deep. Started off with the ball 1-0. Swing and a miss. Quattrochi takes something off of it, 1-1. Just outside, and Buxton able to hold off. That one in there for a strike. 2-2. That one outside. So 3-2 count now full on Aki Buxton. If you're just joining us, Landon Riker going yard, a two-run bomb in the top of the first to get things started off for the Lions, who dropped game one. That one outside, cold strike 3. Buxton goes down on strikes.
Next for Vanguard, number 7,
That's terrific placement from Quattrochi. So GSAC all-conference player on player crime. There's Quattrochi. Strikes out Buxton. Bring on Ben Johnson. Joe Johnson, excuse me. Joe Johnson started off with a strike. And it looks like I have you, Dennis.
We're back.
We're back. Apologies, everyone. 0-2 quickly on Joe Johnson. Well, Dennis, did you miss the bomb from Landon Riker?
I'll tell you what, I did not see it, but I was following the stats live online, and I know he has made it 2-0 in favor of Vanguard, who
Swing and a miss.
desperately needs this win or their season is over.
Over to one. Well, that'll do it for out number 2. Joe Johnson struck out, and they throw down to first, and they get him. Here comes Omar Ortiz, another all-conference selection for Vanguard. Dennis, take it away.
Well, that defense behind Quattrochi. Tristan Thomas is the third baseman. Alzar is the shortstop. The second baseman is Kobe Tinsley. Jordan Hollins is at first. The outfield left to right is Jared Crockett. Elijah Salaya is in center field. Ben Lewis is in right, and Dion Reese is behind the plate, handling the catching duties. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Quickly down in the count, 0-2. This is game 2. OUAZ with a stunning 6-5 win in game 1. Mike, right now, Spirit is playing with house money.
They are.
They know there is a tomorrow for them. See Ortiz, he definitely went around.
Yeah, the dugout didn't like it, but they got a stern warning from the umpire. Swing twisting foul, maybe.
Yeah, hit down the right field line, giving chase, but Lewis not going to have a play on it. It's 316 down the left field line, 315 to right, 385 into the power alleys, and 380 to dead center. Wonderful facility here, Dean Harvey Field. Recently did nearly $900,000 worth of renovations, Mike.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility here at Vanguard. That one into the gap. This could be trouble. This one's getting to the wall.
Still going.
Extras for Omar Ortiz.
Well, he'll cruise into second base with a 2-out double. You got to wonder, Mike, if that loss in game 1 was a wake-up call for the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, you see Ortiz just barrel one up there to the gap off of Quattrochi, and you talked about it when he came in to close out game number 1. You know, this is a pitcher, obviously the ace of the staff for OUAZ. Hitters are hitting sub 200 on him on the season. And already Riker with the 2-run bomb, now another extra base hit here in the first inning. So
yeah, hitting
Vanguard being very aggressive.
Hitting just 182 against him. 7-1 record, 2.10 ERA, making his 10th start of the year. 68 2/3 innings pitched, 46 hits, 30 runs, 16 earned, struck out 76, walked just 16. Prior to this start, had given up just 2 home runs all season long, but Landon Riker, second batter of the game, took him deep, and Vanguard leads it 2-0, threatening for more here in the first.
And you maybe wonder, you know, what kind of effect did coming in to close out game 1 have on Quattrochi?
Well, he threw just 3 pitches, faced just 1 hour, and got the double play ball to end the game. Throw down on ball 4. So the first inning struggles continue for the right-hander. And that'll bring up right fielder Grady Connor. Grady during the regular season hit .315, 12 home runs, second on the ball club. 38 runs batted in.
And we're going to have an early mound visit for Anthony Quattrochi. Just going to try to settle him down. And obviously this is a big spot GSAC Championship Series and Quattrochi, the numbers speak for themselves, but he seems to be a little out of it here early on.
He does. He does indeed, giving up the 2-run homer, and now he's in a jam here with 2 outs, runners at first and second. One and 0 on Connor. Ortiz is the runner at second. Land is the runner at first. That one catches the corner for a strike. Nice job of framing it by the catcher, Dion Reese.
Indeed.
The 1-1. Low and inside, now 2-1. Vanguard, they were the winners of the West Division. OU-AZ, the winner of the East Division, with an overall record of 20-21, but they stole game 1. Rallied from a 4-0 deficit.
Yeah, they were
Connor
shut
perhaps
out.
chasing one. Yeah,
Shut out in the first
went to the
5.
first. Yeah. Bats came alive and rallied for the victory. 1 out away from an automatic bid to the playoffs. Reaching for it, hitting it into left field. But there is Jared Crockett for the final out.
Yeah, there's a ball that could have been trouble, but Crockett with a pretty good beat on it. Back in a moment.
Brian Park on the mound for Vanguard, trying to keep the Lions' season alive. A perfect 7-0 this year, making his 11th start of the season, a 3.66 ERA. He has pitched 51 2/3 innings, allowed 45 hits, 21 earned runs. He has struck out 43, walked 23. Opponents hitting .237 against him, and he'll face a lineup that looks like this, as announced by head coach Tim Montez. He was in his 4th year. There's Jared Crockett, the left fielder. He leads things off, left-handed hitter, 1 for 5 in game 1. The 1-0 misses outside, and it's 2-0. He'll be followed by Ben Lewis in right. Adrian Salazar will hit third. He's at short. Elijah Solaya is the center fielder hitting cleanup. Tristan Thomas is at third. He bats fifth. Hitting playing for Jordan Hollins. Jacob Griffin is the designated hitter batting seventh. Batting eighth is the catcher Dion Reese. And batting ninth is the second baseman Kobe Tinsley. 2-1 on Crockett. Left-hand hitter waves that bat around. He awaits the 2-1 from Park. Hit on the ground towards second. High hop. And Crockett is retired. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first.
Now up to the plate, number 7, Ben Lewis.
Stepping to the plate is the right fielder Ben Lewis, 1 for 4 in game 1. Lewis hit .298 this year. 1 home run, 17 runs batted in. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Lewis had 34 hits and 114 at-bats. This OUAZ lineup does not have a lot of power. Just 12 home runs as a team compared to Vanguard. 73 on the season. Lewis quickly down in the count, 0-2. Missed outside. Park thought he had strike 3, but I think Kevin Miser, the catcher, might have tried to frame that one, bring it back over the plate. He did indeed. Defense behind Park here this afternoon. Omar Ortiz is the third baseman. Travis Aversa is the shortstop. Matt Land is at second. Joe Johnson is the first baseman. The 1-2 fouled straight back. Remains 1-2. Aki Buxton is left. Landon Riker in center. Grady Connor is in right. Kevin Miser is the catcher here in game 2 for Vanguard, trying to keep their season alive after dropping game 1 of these playoffs. If the Lions can win this one, we'll be right back with you tomorrow. That is an 11 a.m. first pitch. Ortiz guarding the line at first. Nice play. 2 gone quickly here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting number 2, Adrian Salazar.
Usually don't see him like somebody playing that close to the line here in the first inning. Usually in the later innings trying to protect the line.
2 up and 2 down. Product of good scouting right there by Coach Rob Pegg and company.
I'll bring up Adrian Salazar. Hitting .329. Has not homered, driven in 28 runs. His 11 doubles were second on the ball club here. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Spectacular afternoon here in Costa Mesa. Field drenched in sunshine, 69 degrees, slight breeze at the knees for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1 now. That missed outside, 2-1. Vanguard is the road team here for game 2. They like their friendly confines here. 27-6 this season here at home, but they are the road team technically for game 2. Coming into this series, Vanguard had won 4 of the 5 all-time meetings between these two schools. I mean, think about OUAZ. They began this program in 2018. Here they are in their 4th season, playing for an opportunity for an automatic bid in the NAIA playoffs. Payoff pitch, ball 4, he lost him. 2-out walk issued to Adrian Salazar.
Elijah Kalea.
Salazar led the Spirit in stolen bases. He swiped 11, however, he was also caught 7 times. Elijah Salaya, the cleanup hitter, steps in now. 2 gone, 1 aboard. Salaya, .331 this year. Homered once, drove in 17 runs. That evens up the count now at 1-1.
Looks like that caught the catcher.
Yeah, it might have nicked him right. Get him in the hand? Tough
Right.
to tell from that replay. Or did it get his foot perhaps right?
No,
right.
got his hand.
Well,
Got his hand. They're looking at his hand.
it did get his hand?
Yeah.
You know, the scary thing, Mike, is you have so many small bones in your hand. It's so easy to break one. I don't want to speculate, but just that's got to be a concern for Vanguard when you get a foul tip off the hand like that. Well, why they tend to. Miser, talking about this OU-AZ team. There he is. It looks like perhaps maybe he's okay. Tim Montez is their first and only coach. Prior to that, he was at Jacksonville in their first season. I mean, they were 24-24, 500 in the last couple of years. Tough going. In 2019, they were 6-45, 8-15 last year in the COVID-19 shortened season, and then 20-21 this year. They were the East champs. That's on the corner for a strike. It's a good-looking pitch from Park.
Paint.
And if you can paint the corners, you are set up quite well. The 1-2, chase one in the dirt, strike 3. And that will do it for OU-AZ in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left aboard. We played an inning. Lions lead it 2-0.
Number 11, Kevin Miser.
Top of the second for the Lions. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 in their lineup. Kevin Miser, Tommy Rodriguez, and then back to the top of the lineup, Travis Aversa. First pitch taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Junior is hitting .255. Swings and misses at the 0-1. Now he's quickly down to the count 0-2. Homered once this year. Drove in 5 runs. He was 14 hits and 55 at bats. Swings at that one in the dirt. Throw down. And Miser is retired for out number 1 here in the second inning. Second strikeout now for Quattrochi. You know, Mike, the interesting thing about Quattrochi is he led the staff in wins, ERA. And last year, he had a 6.50 ERA, so quite a turnaround for him. Tommy Rodriguez, the designated hitter, will step to the plate. Did he hold up in time?
I think he did.
I think he did as well.
2-0.
Tommy's hit .272 this year. Homer twice, driven in 19. Well, they got a lot of power up and down this lineup. As I mentioned earlier, they homered 73 times as a team. They homered once here in Game 2.
Dennis, did you see that message? Special thanks, by the way, to Jeff Melton, Assistant Athletic Director here and our point of contact for the event today. Just doing a fantastic job of setting us up for success with all the stats and all the pertinent information. And we've just received word that Vanguard is going to make the regional tournament regardless of the outcome of the GSAC Championship Series. So they will make it up to Westmont. The only question is, will OUAZ will do it as well?
They get one more win here this afternoon, and they will indeed join Vanguard in the playoffs. 2-2, well outside. Run it full. And the payoff pitch to the sophomore Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. 2 straight strikeouts to begin the second inning.
That is a
3
nasty
now
hook.
That is indeed.
I'll bring up Aversa.
Beg your pardon, 4 strikeouts now for Quattrochi. Top of the order now, Travis Aversa was 1 for 1. He doubled and scored a run.
A heady play by Aversa.
Plays off the first pitch, takes it outside.
To lead off the game. What looked like a single, he just rounded first really hard, went for second. Lead off double, eventually brought home by the 2-run bomb from Landon Riker.
2-0 on the Lions shortstop. Now it's 3-0. Taken all the way here with 2 outs, nobody on.
Travis, son of Julie and Joe Aversa. Joe, a former player here at Vanguard.
Aversa was headed down to first. He's going to have to retreat. Thought it was ball 4. That it's 3-1. It's lifted foul back out of play. So Quattrochi, who fell behind 3-0, he's now run the count full.
Let's go back to that one that he thought was, yeah, I mean, that's right down the heart of the plate. And maybe a smidge high, but now it's full.
Payoff pitch.
Got him.
Nice looking pitch. He strikes out the side. One more look at the strike. That was a beautiful pitch from Quattrochi.
Yeah, no argument.
At the bottom of the second. Head of the bottom of the second. 2-0 Lions. Bottom of the second, it'll be Thomas, Hollins, and Griffin for the Spirit. Swing and a miss. Brian Park working with a 2-0 lead. Trying to send us to a Game 3 tomorrow morning right here. Big hook, missed. Boy, Miser does a good job of trying to frame those pitches behind home plate. Thomas was 0 for 3 in the first game. Big cut, now he's down to the count 1-2. Thomas started just 15 games this year. He hit .373 in his limited duty. Did not homer, homer twice. Drove in 4 runs.
Wow.
Just missed inside. Park thought it was strike 3.
Didn't miss by much. I'll tell you that.
So did about 100 or about 100 fans or so. Disguised as umpires thought it was strike 3.
A lot of them wearing blue.
Yes. Here's the 2-2. Rounded into left field. A leadoff single for Tristan Thomas.
Now batting number 36.
Good look. Thomas away from first. Does not have a stolen base this season. Hasn't attempted one either. Hollins 0 for 2 in game 1. That pitch for a strike evens up the count now at 1-1. The Spirit lineup is loaded with seniors. 7 of them in the Game 2 batting order. Only Griffin and Reese, the non-seniors. Starting here in Game 2. Showing bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball, 2-1. Hollins homered once this year, drove in 19 runs, hit .315. Fouls off the 1-1.
No stolen bases, but he was going on that pitch.
It was. A hit and run was on. Coach Tim Montez putting it on. He's in his 4th year.
I mean, obviously this is a team not, predicated, their success isn't predicated on power, but they do know how to small ball some runs across, that's for sure.
Remains 1-2 on the senior first baseman. In the dirt, won't chase after it. Evens up the count now at 2-2. The Spirit as a team hit .306 this year. Not a lot of power on this team. Just 12 home runs. 54 stolen bases during the regular season. Park checks the runner over at first. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Second strikeout of the game for Park. One gone here in the second.
Now to bat number 33, Jacob Griffin.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Jacob Griffin. Freshman did not play in the first game. Hit .349. 63 at-bats during the season. Homered once. drove in 17.
I
Was
believe
time
time
perhaps
was
called?
called. Time was called
Yeah,
before
because
the pitch was made
pitch.
contact with.
Because you could see the home plate umpire and the second base umpire as well both throw up their arms as if time was asked for. I don't know if that was the catcher Miser or the hitter Griffin.
Not sure.
So no pitch.
Nope.
A right-hander comes set. And the 0-1. And the dirt. It's a nice block by Miser, keeping it in front of him. And keeping the runner Thomas down at first base. One one. Swung on and missed. Chase one down in the strike zone.
I had it at, well, 1-1 or 1-2?
Now we got it 1-2. Yeah.
I think it's 1-2. A little confusion as to the scoreboard here. It says 1-1 in the official scoreboard here at Dean Harvey Field, but I have it as 1-2. Dennis?
I was 1-2 also.
2-2 now. Well, okay, so I said okay, it's 2-1 now. 2-1. So just to give everybody a heads up, it is 2-1, not 2-2. It does say 2-2 on our scoreboard. Now it's 2-2.
There we go. Now we've caught up. Now don't forget the NAIA Baseball National Championship opening round begins May the 17th. It goes through the 20th. The 9 host sites will be announced in the coming days.
Actually, the Westmont was, I think they are out, and I think Westmont will be hosting the Western Regionals.
At the knees, strike 3, so back-to-back strikeouts for Bryant Park. 2 gone now. That's a good-looking pitch.
That's a great job by Miser framing that up. I mean, he's absolutely right there, Dennis. You made mention of it earlier. The way he's able to frame those pitches really helps his pitcher.
So the number 8 hitter in the lineup is the catcher Dion Reese. Switch hitter batting left-handed, 1 for 3 in game 1. Sophomore fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. Reese hit .295 this year. Didn't homer. Drove in 10 runs. Thomas is the runner down at first. 2 gone. Lions leading 2-0. Spirit took the first game.
Playable.
Popped up. Left side of the infield. Just beyond the third base bag. He has it for out number 3. So the Spirit go quietly here in the second. No runs. There was 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left aboard. We played 2 complete. Lions leading it 2-0. Top of the third, Landon Riker, Aukie Buxton, and Joe Johnson, 2, 3, 4 in the Lions lineup. Riker staked Vanguard to a quick 2-0 lead in the first. 2-run homer. Here's the 0-1. Pitch misses in the dirt, evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah,
Lions won the West Division. It was their
take
first.
You back to that home run. Absolutely,
no doubt about it.
Yep.
Yeah, as soon as it left the bat. Getting back to the Lions, they earned their first GSAC Baseball Championship, capturing the West Division. Will be making their 8th NAIA National Tournament appearance.
Now stepping to the plate, number 8, Aukie Buxton.
So a leadoff walk to Riker. Vanguard has reached the NAIA World Series twice. In 1985 and 2015. Swinging at the first pitch, hitting it into center field, but it is playable. And Buxton is retired on one pitch.
Next up, number 7, Joe Johnson.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Joe Johnson. 0 for 1, struck out in his only at bat. Head coach Rob Pake in his 9th year here at Vanguard. He's done a wonderful job, nearly 300 victories here. 282 to be exact. Second best record in school history, trailing just the 2016 team. That team finished 40-17-1.
Wow.
Riker's the runner at first, 1 gone. That pitch in the dirt. Johnson's got some pop in that bat, homered 10 times this year. Chop foul.
That's a pretty meaty part of the order when you talk about Buxton and Joe Johnson. .23 home runs combined. Is that correct there, Dennis?
Johnson and what?
10.
Homered 10 times, and Buxton, yes. Our arithmetic is good. Lined into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. First hit for Johnson, 4th hit of the game for Vanguard. Now they've got runners at first and second, just 1 out, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Omar Ortiz, who is 1 for 1. Doubled back in the first, was eventually stranded at second. The senior steps to the plate with 2 on, just 1 out. Lions leading 2-0, looking to add to that lead. Trying to even up the series at 1 apiece and force us to a Game 3 tomorrow morning. 11 a.m. would be the first pitch right here. Swings at the first pitch, hits it off the fists into right center.
Riker
NAIA is there, tagging up from second. And Riker will take.
Next up for your Lions, number 4, Matthew Land.
Now there are 2 gone with runners at the corners, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Matt Land. Walked his first time up. Land hails from Eugene, Oregon. Began his career at Mount Hood Community College. Swings at the first pitch. It was opposite field for an RBI single, and the Lions extend their lead to 3-0.
Coming up to the plate, number 1, Grady Connor.
Go on the replay here. Land. Not trying to get too fancy with it. Just takes it in left field. It's an RBI single. First and third. 2 out again. Here comes Connor.
Number 7 hitter in the lineup steps to the plate. 2 gone. Runners at the corners. Johnson at third. Land is at first. Connor's 0 for 1, fly to left. See that back foot nearly out of the box. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, 0 and 1. Riker walked, Buxton flied to center. Johnson singled, then Ortiz flied to center. Land delivered an RBI single, and that brings us to Grady Connor. 3-0 Lions. Spirit took the first game, 6-5. In the dirt. That's a nice play by Reese. Keeping the score right where it is.
Yep.
And the 1-2 way outside, and once again, Reese has to reach for it. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners aboard. Lions leading at 3-0. The 2-2. Lifted foul. Lions 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Spirit, no runs, 1 hit. They have not committed an error either. 2 teams combined for 6 errors in game 1. Struck him out to end the inning. But not before the Lions pick up another run. They do it on 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners left aboard. And at the bottom of the third, all Vanguard. Nine, 1, and 2 in the Spirit lineup. Ryan Parks take to a 3-0 lead. Tinsley swings at the first pitch, pops it up behind home plate, trying to locate it is Miser. Unable to. Got back out of play anyways. Opie Tinsley, starting second baseman, 0 for 2 in game 1 of the series. Park into his wine. The 0-1 from the right-hander. Outside for a ball. Evens up the count now at 1-1. Tinsley hit .288 this year. Did not homer. Drove in 11 runs. Had 4 extra base hits. Tinsley will be followed by Jared Crockett, then Ben Lewis. Inside, 3-1. And the 3-1. Hit off the end of the bat, slow roller towards second, land. Over to first to retire Tinsley.
Now stepping to the plate, number 1, Jared Crockett.
Top of the order now, Jared Crockett, 0 for 1. Rounded out his first time up. Crocker entered postseason play today on a 6-game hitting streak. 10 hits during that span. Hit at .417. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the pitch outside. Led the Spirit with a .398 average. That was third in the GSAC. Handles the bat well. He had 1 hit in 27 of the 32 games he played this year as he awaits the 1-1 from Park. Slaps it foul. Now down in the count 1-2. Mentioned earlier, the Spirit hit .306 as a team, averaged just over 6 runs a game. And the 2-2 from Park. Run it full. The NAIA Baseball World Series is once again in Lewiston, Idaho. It's May 28th through June the 4th. Payoff pitch, struck him out. Blew the fastball right by him. 4th strikeout for Park. First time Crockett's been retired on strikes. And with 2 gone, that'll bring up the right fielder Ben Lewis, who's also 0 for 1. He grounded out. Park trying to retire the side for the first time in order. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Plays off the fastball, evens up the count 1-1. Last 10 games, Lewis hitting .250. The 2-1 from Park. Catches the corner. Evens up the count now at 2-2. Miser once again does a nice job framing it. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lions lead in Spirit 3-0. Fouls it off to keep the at-bat alive. Lewis momentarily steps out of the box. And the 2-2 from Park. Missed outside. See Park kind of froze at the end of his delivery. Thought it was strike 3. You can see Miser, though, might have moved the glove back over the corner of the plate. So he's run it full. Payoff pitch. Skied into right center. Going out forward is Land, and he's got it side retired in order. We played 3 complete. Lions lead the Spirit 3-0. Miser, Rodriguez, Aversa, 8, 9, and 1 in the Lions lineup. And a good start to the Lions here in the 4th. The leadoff single for the catcher, Kevin Miser.
Now batting number 23, Tommy Rodriguez.
Jumps all over the first pitch he sees from Quattrochi. For the 3rd time in 4 innings, Vanguard has a leadoff man aboard, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Tommy Rodriguez, 0 for 1. Struck out in the 3rd. This pitch misses down low for a ball, 1-0. 6th hit of the game for the Lions. They've out-hit the Spirit 6-1. They've outscored them 3-0. Miser has not attempted a stolen base this year. About a 3-step lead over there at first. He steps off the rubber. Lions got 2 in the 1st. They picked up 1 more in the 3rd. Leadoff man aboard here in the 4th. Runner goes, playing hit and run. Down to short. Salazar's only play is to first. Hustling all the way to 3rd. Sliding in safely is Miser.
It's a great sequence here. Aggressive base running. Miser, a heady play, and he's in.
He is indeed safe. So now he's in scoring position. Less than 2 outs for Travis Aversa, who was 1 for 2, doubled, scored a run, and struck out. They'll bring the infield in at the corners. Now they're going to bring the entire infield in now, trying to shut off that run at home. Versa fouls the 1-0 back out of play, evens up the count at 1-1. 2-1. Lions were ranked as high as number 4 during the year. They're currently number 9. Off the first baseman's glove and out, but the run comes home to score. It'll be an RBI ground out for Aversa. Nice play by Jordan Hollins, knocking it down, then retrieving it and beating Aversa to the bag. It's an RBI ground out, first RBI of the game for Aversa. And now 4-0. Landon Riker. He is 1 for 1. He has homered, driven in a couple of runs. He's walked, scored twice. Base is empty. 1 run home here in the 4th. Vanguard leading 4-0. 1-0 in the number 2 hitter in the Lion lineup. Quattrochi thought he had a strike. Mike, I think it's fair to say that Park and Quattrochi have not been too pleased with the balls and strike calls here this afternoon.
It's been
going all the way
tight.
to the backstop. 4-pitch walk for Riker. Second time he's reached via walk.
Number 8, Aki Buxton.
Well, you got to know the home plate umpire strike zone. They're supposed to be universal, but we all know they're not.
Yeah, I think if there's any frustration is that, you know, the strike zone has been pretty inconsistent. It's been consistently inconsistent. You know, sometimes you get the call in the outer half versus lefties, sometimes you don't. And, you know, sometimes you'll get the back door and sometimes you won't get the back door. So it's just, it's tough to figure, and I understand the frustration of the pitchers for sure.
Aki Buxton is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flied out.
I know you weren't with us early on in that first game, but you know, Justin Graves had some grievances with the home plate umpire and his strike zone, and those grievances have translated over here to game 2.
Inside 2-1. Riker is the runner down at first. Buxton chasing one out of the strike zone, evens up the count at 2-2. On strikes. And Reese, the catcher, very nonchalantly just picks it up and throws down to first for the final out. 7th strikeout for Quattrochi. But the Lions pick up another run. They do it on 1 hit. There were no errors. 1 runner left aboard. Head to the bottom of the 4th. Lions leading at 4-0. In the first.
Sorry, Dennis, we lost you for a moment. You can go ahead and take it from the top.
Bottom of the fourth, Adrian Salazar, Elijah Salaya, Tristan Thomas. Spirit have managed just one hit so far off Park. Salazar walked his first time up. Led the team this year with 51 hits and also a team high 28 runs batted in. He is the school's all-time hit leader and RBI leader as well. Nice pitch on the corner. Here's the 1-1 from Park. Breaking ball popped up. Is it playable? It's going to get back out of play. 1-2. See, there are people there, but admission to this series is limited to only invited guests of the teams.
Parents.
And is not open to the general public, right? Parents hit off the end of the bat and just shallow center field. Riker is there for out number one.
Now to bat, number 27, Elijah Salaya.
7 in a row now retired by Park. Salaya is 0 for 1, struck out. Had a notion, tried to hold up, couldn't do it. 0-1. In the dirt, evens up the count now at 1-1.
Well, Dennis, considering the circumstances coming in here to game two, certainly OUAZ playing with house money, but now the Lions have really turned the tide on the ace of the staff for the Spirit.
They have indeed. Vanguard has already qualified for the postseason. OUAZ needs to win this tournament. They took game one by a score of 6-5. Lions leading this one 4-0. If they hold on, game three of this best of three will be tomorrow right here, 11 a.m. first pitch. And down on strikes is Salaya. 5th strikeout for Park. 8 in a row now retired by Park. Well, he is in a groove. He has been dialed in since the outset. And now Tristan Thompson will step to the plate with 2 out and nobody on. He has the only hit of the game for the Spirit. It was a single in the second. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up. I beg your pardon, ground ball down to second, land over to Johnson, side retired in order. We have played 4 complete. Lions shutting out the Spirit. Top of the fifth, it'll be Johnson Ortiz in land. Johnson's 1 for 2. He's singled. He has also struck out. That pitch missed somewhere. Evens up the count at 1-1. When you take a look at the West standings for the GSAC, Vanguard won the tiebreaker with Hope International. They're both 22-10. That one's popped up. Playable, foul territory. Thomas has it for the first out.
Now for Vanguard, number 9, Omar Ortiz.
Westmont finished in third. They were 20-12 in league play, followed by William Jessup and then San Diego Christian. There were 5 teams competing this year in the West Division. In the East, there was only 3, and OUAZ won it with a league record of 9-7, but they were under 500 overall, 20-21, where the Masters was 30-17 overall, and Arizona Christian finished 32-23. So despite finishing below 500, they managed to go 9-7 and win the East. The Masters were 8-8, Arizona Christian 7-9. Omar Ortiz is 1 for 2. He has doubled and he is flied out. The 1-1. He was fooled badly on that pitch. Almost looked like he had a golf swing. The 1-2. Bounces up there, 2-2.
Ball hit over.
Down to short. Salazar. 2 gone here in the 5th.
Now batting number 4.
Thought I lost you there.
I mentioned
Dennis.
it. No, I'm here. I like to let the action breathe a little bit, Mike.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You sound like a wine drinker.
Well, I mentioned earlier the renovation they did here at Dean Harvey Field was back in 2017 and included new dugouts, suspension backstop netting, improved bullpens, batting cages, spectator seating. Nice grass field. They play on the real stuff here.
That looked like it hit land. Go back.
2-0 on him.
Let's go back to that pitch.
Take another look if we could. Let's see.
Nope.
Nope, he got out of the way. He danced, showed some good moves. Land is 1 for 1, an RBI single. He's also walked, so he's been aboard twice. Quattrochi trying to retire the side in order for just the second time here today. The 2-1 from the right-hander. This is outside.
So I mean, I see that, and I'm a pitcher. I'm asking, hey, what more do you want? Completely understand.
Grady Connor waits on deck if Land can extend the inning.
To be fair, it isn't one-sided. It's affecting both pitchers.
Yeah, Park and Quattrochi have both had their issues. Payoff pitch.
Just foul back.
Fouled off, so we'll do it all over again. Yeah. I hesitated for a second. I couldn't tell if he held up on his swing and the pitch got away from the catcher, Reese, but fouled it off, so we'll do one more time. The 3-2 from Quattrochi. Ball 4, he lost him.
Now coming to the plate, number 1.
Second time Land has walk. Fourth walk issued by Quattrochi here this afternoon. So with 2 outs and a runner aboard, Grady Connor steps to the plate. 0 for 2, fly to left and struck out. Lifts it into center field. Still going back, looking up. And it's off the wall. Land will score. Connor dives into third safely. It's a 2-out RBI triple for Grady Connor. So Connor went opposite field. It is 385 into these power rallies. And it is now 5-0 Vanguard. And that'll bring up the catcher now, Kevin Miser. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Kevin is 1 for 2. Singled, scored a run, and struck out. And now 8-hitter in the lineup. Heading to count 3-0. Likely taking all the way here.
They have been pretty aggressive.
High strike. Makes it 3-1. That one nearly hit Miser, and I think he might have grazed
Some words.
him in the shoulder. Now he's staring out at Quattrochi, and then the catcher Reese gives Miser a shove, telling him to head down to first base. I can't imagine Quattrochi would purposely hit Miser, trailing 5-0.
It's just one that gets away from him.
Yeah, it was just, I don't think there was any intent on that pitch.
Both
Now you can hear
both dugouts getting warned.
both sides. Yeah. Okay. Tim Montez wants to have a word with the home plate umpire. Well, it's a good thing cooler heads prevailed. Now Montez is going to head out to the mound, and that could be it for Quattrochi, who has not been very effective here. He has given up 5 runs to this point. He got 2 outs in the 5th, 1 run home, runners at the corners.
We'll have a new pitcher when we come back. Back in a moment.
Now pitching for OUAZ, Capono Rollins.
Capono Rollins is the new pitcher.
One pitch, one
and
out.
He throws one pitch to Tommy Rodriguez, and he is retired. So Rollins comes out of the bullpen and does his job. One pitch, one out. Lions pick up another run. They do it on one hit, no errors. 2 runners left aboard. Head to the bottom of the 5th. Lions leading the Spirit 5-0.
Now to bat for OUZA, number 39, Jordan Holland.
Bottom of the 5th, and Brian Park will face Jordan Hollins, Jacob Griffin, and Dion Reese. 6, 7, and 8 in the Spirit lineup. They got their work cut out for them, trailing 5-0. They have managed just one hit through the first 4 innings. Park has been in complete control, swinging at the first pitch. Pops it up. Miser giving it a look, but he's going to run out of real estate. Hollins is 0 for 1, struck out. Lions got 2 in the first, 1 in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They led game 1 4-0 after 5, but the Spirit rallied for a 6-5 win. This is game 2 of a 3-game set. If the Lions hold on here this afternoon, we'll play game 3 tomorrow morning. And first pitch is 11 a.m. Lifted into right center. One up and one down. Ten in a row now retired by Brian Park. Top of the order now, and Aversa swings at the first pitch. And 2 gone quickly.
I'm sure that was Jacob Griffin.
Beg your pardon, Jacob Griffin.
That's all right. I've done that before.
Aversa will be leading off for the Lions in the 6th. So now 2 gone, and that'll bring up the catcher Dion Reese. There we go, back on track.
Speaking of on track, Park dealing. Just very effective, you know. And as I said earlier, Dennis, we had a chance to see Park earlier this season versus UAV. Came in, was, you know, pitched out some scoreless innings, and here we go again. Scoreless through almost 5.
Yeah, 7-0 this year. Opponents hit just 237. Reese is 0 for 1. He popped to third. The 1-1. That one hit him.
Yeah, well, see, both sides were warned here, and I wonder
yes,
if there's going to be a hook.
That's what I was curious myself, Mike. Because in the top half of the 5th, Kevin Miser was hit by a pitch. He glared at the mound at Anthony Quattrochi. And then each dugout was warned And then Park hits Reese here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
This is just one that seemingly gets away.
Well, that'll bring up number the 9 hitter now, Kobe Tinsley.
I can't fathom any form of logic that would suggest that Park would try to throw at a batter, considering how well he's performed here.
No, not with a 5-run lead.
That's
trying to extend this series. Starts him out the breaking ball. It's a beauty for a strike. It's 0-1. Tinsley's 0 for 1, grounded out to second.
It's a good job by the umpire, understanding the context and everything surrounding the hit by pitch. Is certainly not intentional.
They'll peel down to first.
It's close, but I think the right call.
They call it a strike or the ball. Okay.
Ball
Did not go around, so it evens up the count at 1-1. Reese is the runner at first. Just the third base runner of the game for the Spirit. Park will check Reese over at first. Now Tinsley asks for time, and it's granted. That one didn't get away far enough from the catcher Miser, so Reese will stay at first. And it's 2-1 on the number 9 hitter in the Spirit lineup. Outfield straightaway, not very deep. One fouled away. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Deuces wild on that scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Lions leading 5-0. Jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead, courtesy of the Landon Riker 2-run homer. And they added single runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Park checks the runner Reese over at first. And it's 2-2 outside. He's run it full, so Reese will be off with the pitch. And he lost in ball 4. Take a look at that. That was high.
Yeah.
So after cruising along, Parks run into a little bit of trouble here in the 5th. Got the first 2 batters of the inning. Then he hit Reese, and now Tinsley. That is the 2nd walk issued by Park. Now top of the order. And Jared Crockett, who was 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Home plate umpire is going to come out and break up this little meeting. So it is adjourned. Reese is the runner at second. Tinsley's over at first. Spirit trail at 5-0. They rallied from a 4-run deficit in Game 1 to win it 6-5. Falling behind 5-0 here in Game 2.
That's a hot day out.
Crockett lays off the first pitch, takes it for a ball. It's 1-0.
Dennis, you maybe wonder what kind of fatigue is starting to settle in here for Park.
We also have a pinch runner now down at second base. That is number 10. I'll identify him for you in a second, as he is going to try to come home and score the first run for the Spirit. Here comes the throw.
Yeah, Something you don't want to do. You don't want to test the Gold Glove arm of Joe Johnson.
Point number 36, Griffin Hagan.
Watch how quick he gets to this ball. Johnson delivers an absolute strike. He could have been prime Carl Lewis, wasn't coming home on that one. There's an 80s reference for you.
So the bases are now loaded. And the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Van Lewis. That pitch gets away, trying to score, and he is out at the plate. Miser to a covering Park, and that will retire the side. As you can see by the replay, didn't get that far away from Miser. And a nice job by Park, quickly getting off the mound, applying the tag. And that'll do it for the Spirit here in the 5th. They load the bases, but they cannot score any runs. We played 5 complete. 5-0 Lions.
And now, Dennis, it is Travis Aversa.
And he will face Capono Rollins, who came in to end the 5th through 1 pitch and got Rodriguez to fly to right. You can close the book on Anthony Quattrocchi. Went 4 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, walked 4, struck out 7. Aversa is 1 for 3. He has doubled, scored a run, has an RBI ground out, and he's also struck out. Pitch catches the inside part of the plate, evens up the count at 1-1.
Dennis, is one N or 2 N's on your name?
2, please. Capono Rollins hails from Honolulu, Hawaii, the sophomore. That's lined into center. And a leadoff single for Aversa, his 2nd hit of the game.
Now coming up to bat for Vanguard, number 3, Landon Riker.
8. That'll bring up Landon Riker, who has reached all 3 times. 2-run homer back in the 1st, get the Lions off and running. Then he has walked twice, scored a couple of runs. Aversa away from first. Aversa is 3 for 5 in the stolen base department. Pitch misses inside to Riker. Rollins is appearing in his 10th game. He has a 1-0 record and a very gaudy 10.61 ERA. He's pitched 9 1/3 innings, 17 hits, 12 runs, all but 1 earned. He's walked 2, struck out 5. Opponents hitting .378 against him. Riker awaits the 1-2. Pops it back out of play. Lions lead at 5-0. They've out-hit the Spirit 8-2. And neither side has committed an error.
This is shades of game one. You go back to game one earlier today, Graves had shut him out for 5 straight. And then 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 6-5 your final score. And OUAZ is now up 1-0 in the series. So this game far from over.
Yeah, but Brian Park has looked very impressive on the mound for the Lions. Back-to-back hits for the Lions here to lead off the 6th.
Might not matter if the floodgates open here in the 6th.
Riker with his 2nd hit. He's now been aboard all 4 times. 9th hit of the game for Vanguard. Aki Buxton now will step to the plate. 0 for 3. Buxton struck out a couple of times, flied out. Riker away from first. Showing bunt, has to spin out of the way, but that pitch was inside. I think Buxton saying it hit him. See if we can tell on the replay. I don't think so. If it got him, it might have grazed his jersey, but I don't see the trajectory of the ball. But the trajectory of the ball does not change. Look at.
Slightly grazed him, maybe.
Oh. Bows off the 1-0. Yeah, if it did, it might have just got a piece of his jersey, but it did not. So it's 1-1 now with Aversa down at 2nd. Riker is at 1st. Vanguard leading 5-0 and looking to add to their lead and force a game 3 tomorrow morning.
Popped up.
Playable. Heading towards the line and making the catch is Crockett for out number 1.
Now at the bat for Vanguard, number 7, Joe Johnson.
That'll bring up now the first baseman, Joe Johnson. 1 for 3, singled, struck out, popped out. See the shortstop Salazar trying to keep the runner Aversa close at 2nd. Get into right center. Solaya. The throw to 3rd is off the line. Aversa slides in safely. 2 gone, and now the runners are at the corners, and that'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Omar Ortiz. He's 1 for 3, doubled, flied out, and grounded out.
For Vanguard, number 9, Omar Ortiz.
So Rollins, after giving up a pair of hits to begin the inning, has retired the last 2 hitters. First pitch to Ortiz misses for a ball. Aversa's at 3rd, Riker at 1st. The 1-0. 1-1. Right-hander steps back in the batter's box. Beg your pardon. Hit down to second. He'll go the short way, and that'll retire the side. Lions threaten, but they come up empty. No runs. There was a couple hits, no errors, 2 runners left aboard. They've now stranded 9 through 5.5. Bottom of the 6th, and Brian Park working on a shutout. Had some good defense behind him. Ortiz is at third. Aversa at short. Land is at second. Johnson at first. So Griffin Hagen, number 36, has now grabbed a bat.
Let's go back to the play that ended last inning here. Just a terrific job of just Park and everybody being in sync.
Yeah, and that was Daniel Partita, who was pinch running for the catcher Dion Reese. Nice job by Miser gathering himself after the ball got away from him, and then Park getting a good jump off the mound, able to beat Partita to the plate. Hogan is pinch hitting for Ben Lewis. Hagen is a junior from Palmdale, California. Get you some numbers on him momentarily. Fouls that pitch away. Hagen hit .280 this year. He had 14 starts, 14 hits, and 50 at-bats. Homered once, drove in 8 runs. Biffy takes over defensively in the top of the 7th. Full count on the leadoff hitter. Struck him out. Sixth strikeout of the game for Park. He has walked only 2, and he has hit 1 batter. I'll bring up the shortstop now, Adrian Salazar, who was 0 for 1. He walked back in the first, and then he flied to center. Spirit bats have been quiet here in Game 2. They have managed just a couple of hits, a pair of singles. Past the diving shortstop into center field, so Salazar has his first hit, 3rd hit of the game for OUAZ. Saying I single to center. Second time Salazar has been aboard.
Now stepping to the plate, number 27, Elijah Salea.
That'll bring up now the cleanup hitter, Elijah Salea. 0 for 2. He struck out twice. 1 out, 1 on. First pitch from Park. This is low and outside, 1-0. So the last 5 hitters that Park has faced. Before that ground ball, the third. Second for 1. Throw not in time. I'll get the force. So NAIA will replace Salazar at first. 5-4 on the fielder's choice.
Safe.
Close play, but he was safe. And that'll bring up now the third baseman, Tristan Thomas, who's 1 for 2. He has one of the 3 hits for the Spirit. He led off the second with that base hit and was stranded there. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Beauty. Park's only real jam came last inning. Spirit loaded the bases. That's hit well to left. And it is caught for the final out. Sorry, from our vantage point, it was just tough to tell on the play, but Buxton in left field going down to his knees to make the catch for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. Getting late for the Spirit. They're trailing it 5-0. Top of the 7th, Land Connor Miser facing Capono Rollins. Land has been aboard all 3 times. An RBI single, a couple of walks. He's scored a run. Heading the count 2-0. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Lions. Spirit, no runs on just 3 hits. They have not committed an error either. Into center field for a base hit. Land's perfect afternoon continues.
Now coming to the plate for Vanguard, number 1, Grady Connor.
I'll bring up the right fielder now, Grady Connor. I think RBI triple in the 5th. He's also struck out and flied out. Lions have had base runners in every inning except for the 2nd. Rollins in relief of Quattrochi. Now's the first pitch off. Connor have to go back and get a new bat. There he is. Steps back into the box, down in the count, 0-1. Now it's 0-2. Look at Land, the runner at first. Runner keeps the at-bat alive. Perhaps chase one out of the strike zone, down on strikes. Second time here today.
Now batting number 11, Kevin Miser.
First strikeout for Rollins. That'll bring up the catcher, Kevin Miser. Singled, scored a run, hit by a pitch, and struck out. Did not take kindly by being hit by the pitch. Each dugout was warned as a result of it. First pitch to him misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0. On the corner, 1-1. Seventh inning has been kind to the Lions this year. They scored 53 runs in the seventh, second most in an inning for their offense. Popped up on the infield. It is playable. Drifting into fair territory and making a catch on the run is Tristan Thomas for out number 2.
Now to bat designated hitter number 23, Tommy Rodriguez.
Now the number 9 hitter, the designated hitter here this afternoon, Tommy Rodriguez, 0 for 3, struck out. He is grounded out and he's flied to right. He steps to the plate with 2 gone, and Land is the runner at first. Nice pitch for a strike, 0-1. Into center field, on his way to third is Land. He'll be in standing up, and with 2 outs, runners at the corners. First hit for Rodriguez. 11th hit of the game for Vanguard. Top of the order now, Travis Aversa. Travis is 2 for 4. Swings at the first pitch. And 2 runs will score on the play.
We'll bring it back here for you. Apologies.
Lions, number 3, Landon Riker.
Let's take a look. By jumping all over the first pitch. Well, it should be a single and an error.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, so we'll do 1 RBI on the play. Rodriguez would not have scored from first, so we'll give Aversa an RBI, his second of the game.
Third of the day.
Reese is going to go out now, have a word with his pitcher, Capono Rollins. Who is run into some trouble here in the 7th. Lions now leading it by a touchdown and an extra point. Time is asked for and granted.
Tim Montez is going to come out. I think they are going to. Change. See Montez looking down. And after some discussion, a little bit of gamesmanship by Coach Montez, it looks like there is going to be a pitching change. So we'll step aside, be back with the new pitcher after this.
Pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
Robert Jezianowski, the new pitcher for OUAZ. Dennis, you have the numbers?
I do on Jezianowski. He is appearing in his 15th game. He's made one start this year. He's got an 0-2 record. 9.19 ERA. He does have one save this year. 15 2/3 innings. Allowed 27 hits, 20 runs. 8 of those earned. He has walked 3, struck out 9. Opponents hitting .288 against him. So Jezianowski will come on and face Landon Riker, who is working on a perfect afternoon. He is homered, singled, walked twice, driven in 2 runs, scored a couple of runs. Aversa is the runner down at second. Can't close the book yet on Rollins because he is responsible for the runner, Aversa. Jezianowski hails from Goodyear, Arizona. Senior, 6'2", 170. Trying to close out the 7th. That pitch misses upstairs, 3-1. Reese giving it a look, not going to have a play on it. So it'll be full count now with 2 outs. This one just over 2 hours old as we play here in the top of the 7th. Spirit took game 1. Lions looking to even it up. Game 3, if necessary, and it looks like it will be tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Payoff pitch is well outside ball 4.
Now for bat number 8, Aki Buxton.
Fifth walk issued by Spirit pitching. Aki Buxton still looking for his first hit. 0 for 4, takes the first pitch for a strike. Aki has flied out a couple of times and struck out a couple of times as well. That's into right field. That'll score a Versa, and it's now 8-0 Lions. Buxton with his first hit, an RBI
Vanguard,
single.
number 7, Joe Johnson.
And that'll bring up Joe Johnson, the 8th hitter of the inning. Riker, the runner, at second. Buxton at first. 3 runs home here for the Lions in the 7th inning.
Spot on with the 7th inning charm for Vanguard there, Dennis.
Yes.
Chop foul.
Johnson's
Dennis,
1 for 4 today.
Is this your first game remote?
It is indeed. And it's definitely different.
Yeah, no doubt.
Johnson has singled, struck out, popped out, and flied to center. Steps to the plate, 2 out, 2 on. Down to second. Throw to first. Side is retired. Lions pick up 3 runs. They do it on 4 hits. There was 1 error, 2 left aboard. Time to stretch. It's all Vanguard.
Number 39, Jordan Holland.
Hollins and Griffin. And we'll see if it's Daniel Partita or who came on to pinch run for Dion Reese back in the 5th inning. Brian Park has been spectacular through 6 innings, working on a shutout. Backing up and ending up on his backside and not able to make the catch is Miser. He's okay. Hollins is 0 for 2. He struck out and flied out. Spirit have just 3 hits off of Park. Right-hander into the wine and is 2-1. Fouled straight back, evens up the count at 2-2. It's one of the few good swings the Spirit have had against Park this afternoon. He's just been dialed in since the outset.
Pitch count at 97 for Brian Park.
Perhaps his last inning, we'll see.
Wow.
2-2. Struck him out.
Now coming up to bat, number 33, Jacob Griffin.
7 strikeout for Park on pitch number 99. That'll bring up the designated hitter now, Jacob Griffin. He's 0 for 2. He was one of those 7 strikeout victims, and he's also grounded out. Swings at the first pitch. That'll be back out of play. Buxton gave it a look. 0-1 on the Spirit designated hitter.
Could be playable.
Is this one going to be playable? Miser near the dugout? No.
Top of the dugout.
And you're not going to get much help over there when you're headed towards the enemy dugout. Park into his wine and his 0-2 offering.
That's playable.
Popped up on the infield. Shading his eyes and now making the basket catch at the last moment is Ortiz.
Now coming to the plate, number 3, Dion Reese. Got a pinch hitter, number 16, Nathan Tarver.
Nathan Tarver,
pinch hitter now. Nathan Tarver. He will grab a bat.
Tarver, the DH in game 1.
Coming off the bench to pinch hit here in the bottom of the 7th. Tarver hails from Phoenix. He is a freshman. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Quickly down in the count, 0-2. He can swing the bat, 347 this year. Led the team with 4 home runs. And second on the ball club with 26 runs batted in. Won't chase that one out of the strike zone.
Base knock.
2-out single for the pinch hitter, Nathan Tarver. 4th hit of the game for the Spirit. Looks like we're going to have another pinch hitter for OUAZ.
Looks like Fernando Lugo. Lugo?
This will be Fernando Lugo. Where's number 15? Senior from El Mirage, Arizona. Lugo pinch hitting for Kobe Tinsley, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Lugo hit .262 this year. Drove in 9 runs. One and one. Jared Crockett waits on deck if Lugo can extend the inning. Now back at a plate. Now he's down in the count 1-2. And the 1-2 in the dirt. It's a nice block by Miser, keeping Tarver at first. The 2-2. Again, foul back out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lions leading the Spirit 8-0. Vanguard got 2 in the first, single runs in the third, fourth, and fifth, and then 3 more in the top half of this frame. Arc taking a long time, so Lugo will ask for time, and it's granted. Hear that wind really picking up through the mics. So back-to-back base hits. Fernando Lugo delivers a pinch hit single. Top of the order now in Jared Crockett. Well, you know, Park really wants to get through this 7th. Got the first 2 batters of the inning, and then Nathan Tarver delivered a 2-out pinch hit single, followed by Fernando Lugo's pinch hit single. Crockett is 1 for 3. He has singled, grounded out, and struck out. Makes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Aversa trying to keep the runner close at second. Lazy fly ball to left. And the side is retired. Spirit threatened. They can't push across a run. No runs, couple of hits, no errors. 2 runners left aboard. Head to the 8th. Getting late for the Spirit.
Be Omar Ortiz.
Top of the 8th. Omar Ortiz swings at the first pitch, bidding for extra bases. It's going to be foul, however.
Just foul.
He'll be followed by Matt Land and then Grady Connor. Facing Robert Jesenowski, the third pitcher of the game for the Spirit. Capono Rollins went 2 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned. Anybody and struck out 1. The 0-1. Good looking breaking ball, now 0-2. Ortiz 1 for 4 here today. He has doubled, flied out, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. At the knees, called strike 3.
Now batting for Vanguard, number 4, Matthew Land.
First strikeout for Jesenowski. Matt Land, who has been aboard all 4 times today. Couple of singles, an RBI. He has walked twice and scored 2 runs. 1-1. Lions hold on and win this one. Game 3 tomorrow, right back here, 11 a.m. Spirit need to win it to earn an automatic bid into the NAIA playoffs. Lions headed there irregardless. Here's the 2-2 to Land. Ball 3 is running full.
Is that a Fluffy reference?
No, not at all. The payoff pitch. Hit into left. Coming in a couple of steps is Crockett. 2 gone.
Sliced it
Next up to bat,
to
number
Crockett.
1, Grady Connor.
Was that a Miami Vice reference?
No, it's kind of an Animal House reference.
Okay.
Sliced it.
Ah, I got you now. It took me a second. And I believe the next golf ball might have hit the horse. Because you got to swing through it.
It's true.
I digress.
Point of the game is to swing through the ball. We digress. Hey, it's 8-0.
Yes. I know Jeff is at home smiling, enjoying the references.
I don't know if he can hear us. That's that's the issue that we're
Uh-oh.
having. Yeah. Just a picture, I think.
This is Grady Connor, 1 for 4, an RBI triple. He flied to left, and he has struck out twice. 2 gone here in the 8th. Spirit down to their last 6 outs.
Breaking ball beauty.
Yeah,
Look at that.
look at that. That's almost a 12-6.
Top shelf to the basement, buddy.
The 1-2. Rounded foul. Bounces up there for ball 2. Kevin Meiser's on deck if Connor can extend the inning. Lions have only been retired in order once, and that was back in the 2nd inning. Two. Hit into center. It is playable. Solea coming in. Side retired. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Spirit.
Ottawa, number 36, Griffin Hagen.
New pitcher.
New pitcher for the Lions is Liam Neary. Junior hails from Clinton, Connecticut. Has not pitched a lot this year, appearing in his 10th game. Does not have a 1-loss record, an ERA of 3. Pitched just 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Walked 8, struck out 10. Opponents hit just .217 against him. He will face Griffin Hagen, Adrian Salazar, Elijah Solea, 2, 3, and 4 in the Spirit lineup. Neary replaces Brian Park, who was just absolutely brilliant for Vanguard here in Game 2.
Park was terrific.
Park went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 7, and hit a batter. Mike, you couldn't have asked for anything better. 7 shutout innings.
That's pretty clutch. You come in, elimination game, 5-hit shutout ball through 7. That's pretty studly.
Hogan's 0 for 1. He came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th and then stayed in the game. That one's hit wide of the 3rd. Remains 1 and 2.
Yeah, both starting pitchers today for the Lions. Pretty impressive. You talk about all-conference selection Justin Graves earlier today. 5 scoreless, then got touched up for 3 in the 6th, but he was taken out with the lead for the Lions eventually succumb 6-5.
Swung at a bad ball, throw down to first. And we'll say he's retired.
He's out.
Number 2, Adrian Salazar.
I'd let you know if he wasn't.
Adrian Salazar has been one of the few bright spots for the Spirit here in Game 2. He's reached twice in 3 plate appearances. He has 1 for 2, singled. He has walked, fly to center. Neely on in relief, Brian Park. A delayed strike call from the home plate umpire makes it 1-2. Well, Mike, after Park's brilliant performance here in Game 2, you know that the Lions will have a very well-rested bullpen tomorrow.
Yeah, the issue today though was the bullpen, and hopefully they can regroup tomorrow. And you wonder who they might throw. I mean, obviously they're going to get some time in between games, and they want to go out with the GSAC championship, but they're going to Westmont, regardless of the outcome. Any speculative starters for tomorrow? Should the outcome hold?
I do not.
I know Stoyanov would have one.
Neely's running full on Salazar.
We'll try to get Stoyanov tomorrow. See if we can figure out the internet situation, being what it is.
Johnson takes it himself, and 2 gone now here in the 8th.
27, Elijah Salea.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter Salea, who's 0 for 3. Struck out a few times. Reached on a fielder's choice. OUAZ now down to their final 4 outs. Once again, if this score holds, and it looks like it's going to, Game 3 tomorrow, 11 a.m. right here at Dean Harvey Field on the Vanguard campus. That will decide the GSAC championship. One 0 bounces up all the way to the backstop.
Dennis, we'll try to have you back tomorrow as well. Assuming I can get everything dialed in. We get it like it was supposed to be. And again, everybody.
It will be. We have faith in you. You are an outstanding producer.
I appreciate that.
Hit towards the right side. Land to Johnson's side retired. Neely comes out of the bullpen. Gets him 1, 2, 3. Head to the top of the ninth. Lions lead at 8-0.
Donovan Snipes, the new pitcher.
Yeah, he's a right-handed junior from Palmdale, California. Appearing in just his 5th game this year. Does not have a 1-loss record and doesn't have an ERA either. Pitched 4 innings. Hasn't given up a hit. He's walked 1, struck out 2. A lot of goose eggs for his statistics. He will face Miser Rodriguez, Aversa, 8-9-1 in the Lion lineup. Miser is officially 1 for 3. Singled, scored a run. He was hit by a pitch, struck out, and popped up. Lions leading 8-0. Spirit took game 1, 6-5. Hit into left center. Coming over to make the grab is Crockett.
Number 23, Tommy Rodriguez.
Jesenowski went an inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, no runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and want to go back to Rollins' line. I think I said he gave up 2 runs. He actually gave up 3 runs, and 2 of those were earned. Snipes is the 4th pitcher of the game for the Spirit. Grounded down to shorts. Salazar, high throw. Did Hollins keep his foot on the bag? I think he did.
Now stepping to the plate, number 33, Travis Aversa.
That's a nice job. Just kept the tippy toe on there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. It's a great job.
Top of the order now, Aversa. 3 hits today. Double, couple of singles. There's an RBI. Scored a couple of runs.
Travis thought it was high. Might have had a case. Doesn't matter what he thinks at the end of the day.
You're also ahead 8-0.
Well, any competitor's never wrong.
0-2 now on her. That is correct. Snipes trying to retire the side in order. Underhand toss over to first, and he does so. Side is retired in order. Head to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for OU AZ.
Jacob Farmer. And up to bat for Ottawa, number 10, Daniel Partita.
Jacob Farmer is the new pitcher for the Lions. Right-hander, senior from Norwalk, California. Making just his 3rd appearance of the season. Pitched 2/3 of an inning. He's not allowed a hit or a run, and he has struck out 1. Daniel Partita is the pinch hitter for Tristan Thomas. Lions 3 outs away from evening up the Golden State Athletic Conference Baseball Championship Series. Game 3 will be right here tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Hit into left, going back, still going back. Right in front of the warning track, Buxton has it. Spared her down to their last 2 outs.
39, Jordan Holland.
Now we're going to have another pinch hitter for the Spirit.
It's Hollins.
I beg your pardon. I thought I heard 39 announced. So I beg your pardon. It will be Jordan Hollins, who is 0 for 3. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to third. 2 gone. So Farmer coming in, making very quick work of the first 2 batters.
Now to bat number 33, Jacob Griffin.
Griffin now the batter.
So Jacob Griffin is the last hope for the Spirit. Designated hitter is 0 for 3 today. Struck out, grounded out, and popped out. Now they're down to their final 2 strikes. An absolutely brilliant pitching performance here in Game 2 from Bryant Park. Nice looking curveball. Now they're down to their final strike. That just handcuffed Griffin.
Froze me.
And the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. And the series is all tied up at 1. Lions come back to take Game 2. Blows that one by him, and then the curve is right. Breaking ball.
That'll do
And
it.
chasing a strike. Chasing the ball out of the strike zone. So the series is tied at 1 apiece. Final line score looks like this. The Lions, 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors. And for OUAZ, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Bryant Park is the winning pitcher. He went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, no runs. Walked 2, struck out 7. The losing pitcher is Anthony Petracci. He went 4 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Walked 4, struck out 7. Hit 1 batter and allowed 1 home run to Landon Riker. Once again, our final score, Lions win at 8-0 to even up the series at 1 apiece. The championship game tomorrow morning, right back here at 11 a.m. at Dean Harvey Field.
And Dennis,
my producer, Mike Zapata.
I appreciate that. Dennis, before we go, did want to pass along some thank yous. Jeff Bassell, the Director of Athletics here at Vanguard. Jeff Melton, Assistant Athletic Director in charge of Events and Communications, our point of contact for this production. Really appreciate him. And the coaching staff, of course, for Vanguard University. Rob Pegg, the head coach here for the Lions. And well, they battle back. It's 1 apiece, and we go to day 2 tomorrow at 11 a.m. Dennis, go ahead and take it out.
Thanks so much, Mike. Official game time, 2 hours and 44 minutes. For the rest of our entire crew, I'm Dennis Ackerman. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening.